Welcome back to the Hawmie podcast. Today we're chilling with Shankar, Menon. What is good, big dog?
What's goody, man?
What's up with you,
It's good.
man?
It's good to see you.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Living. Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here with
Thanks
you, bro.
for pulling up on me.
Of course, bro.
So
We
let's
got
talk.
history, man.
I want to talk about your name change because Shankar, Menon, right?
Yeah.
So that's the name change.
Yeah, it's the name change, man.
So talk to me about it. What was your thought process behind it?
Honestly, it just felt like necessary, bro. I kind of just like, I've been in just a different mindset and a different headspace, and I still carry sanity with me in my heart always, you know, and especially with all the homies that know me, it's like, it's cool with that, you know, but I just wanted to tap in more into myself, man, more into my roots and my culture and my heritage, and really express that in the art, you know?
Uh-huh. So what does Shankar mean?
Don't quote me. I hope I'm not wrong.
Or
But
what's the reason why you want?
It's Shiva from Hinduism, like one of the gods. It's one of their names, one of his names. Sorry. He has different stages in his life where he has different names, so I don't really remember. I think it's the householder name, if I'm correct. But basically, I'm named after. Named after that the deity Shiva.
So it's also like a family thing. Like you were raised with this.
Yeah,
thing too.
yeah. I'm from an Indian culture, Indian family, South Indian, man. So
Yeah.
come from Kerala, a small town, Pampati, right over there.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Do you still visit?
Yeah. I visited there. I think it was like last year, bro. I'm tripping. Yeah, it was last year.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you still have family that stays down there?
Yeah. My family is real deep over there, man. They have their own thing going on over there. You know, my dad and my mom as well. They all have a bunch of family over there, man. Everybody's doing things, man. My uncle's like in music as well, and then on the journalist side, and you know, different people doing their thing. Yeah, man.
That's tight.
Yeah, my mom is a Carnatic singer. You know, she sings, and you know, she's very into just the whole heritage of that, you know.
So like devotional singing, like
devotional singing,
songs.
Mm-hmm. And she sings like film songs and like stuff in India, you know, that she enjoys. She went to school for it too. Yeah, she went over there and she was in there. Yeah, man. So it was,
what generation are you?
So
So like, was your mom born here or was your mom born over there in India?
my mom was born over there. Yes,
Her mom was born.
My mom was born there. My dad too. Yeah.
So you're first generation, my boy.
Damn, bro. I should have
generation.
got my.
That's
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah. You're
So
first
what does that
generation.
mean? What is that?
Pretty much, it means like you were the first one in your family to be raised here in the U.S.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
Right? Because you were born here. Or were you born
No,
over there?
I was born in India.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then you're... Fuck, see, this is stumping me. I don't even know then what you are. Because I'm pretty sure there's a different term for it, too. So you were born over there.
Yeah, it was weird when I talked to my mom about it.
That's
She
tight.
said she went back there, had me, then came back here. And, like, they did this whole thing. I still got to talk to her about that, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was there for a very small point in my life. Like, you know, I'd say, like, the first one, like, probably 3 years of my life. Might be on the ballpark there. Yeah.
So you would say roughly 3 years you lived over there.
Yeah, and I was a baby, too, so, you know, I didn't really... You know, obviously take all that in. I don't have any memory of that.
Yeah, I feel like it's our like subconscious memory, cause like
for sure.
Like it's kind of like the stepping stones and everything. It's the roots. You know what I'm saying of everything. The first 3 years, 5 years of a child's life.
Right.
So it still does impact you. You just don't know how those memories are like. How it's affecting you, you know?
That's very true. Very true.
That's so cool, bro. So you came... So where did you grow up?
Over here, I grew up, like, Carson, Torrance area. Yeah, I was, like, right on the border right there in Torrance and Carson, man. So, I went to Torrance High and stuff.
The rest of your life you grew up over there?
Yeah, I would say so. Different parts, but I would say... around there, yeah, because
South Bay, huh?
Yeah,
South Bay, huh?
South Bay, bro. My parents got a little apartment over there, and then they literally got a house like right down the block a little bit, and it was cool, man. It was cool. It was dope to see, especially being an immigrant parents and doing their thing here and just getting it up. I think about it now, like they were really hustling hard, Yeah.
For sure. To come over here and like make something out of nothing, you gotta be hustling very, very hard for sure.
Yeah, we got it pretty good compared to them, man.
No, you're right. I mean,
we got our own tribulations, right? Subjective, but
yeah, like each generation that comes before us, I feel like has gone through so much stuff to get to where we are now.
Right.
And that stuff is migrating to different lands,
right.
to get different opportunities, and so there's there's like an onion when you start peeling off the layers behind all of this stuff. For like
it's intriguing for sure.
For like our families, where we come from, like how we ended up here.
Right. It's all like these like chain of events, that just occurred to get us here. When you actually sit down and think about all that, it's like it's crazy,
So yeah, what kind of like I'm like curious now. What kind of business did your family run? Your dad?
My dad.
Your parents.
Yeah, my dad like distributes rice and stuff. He's really in the food industry, especially on the Indian side. He's tapped in there, man. He's really. Okay. He's just like, to me, just this entrepreneur just doing his thing, and he's all over, man.
That's tight.
Yeah, and especially in like the food industry, the Indian food industry. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. So he kind of like imports Indian foods over here?
Yeah, like he's a part of that process, and he's like in there. He's in the meetings and, doing his thing in there.
Did your parents, like, did they come over here and like, were they living over here and then they had you, like, and they went back? Or were they living over there the entire time in India and like...
Okay, so from what I think I understand...
I don't know why I'm so curious about
this. From what I understand, they all came here because, like, my dad, his sister, which is my aunt, and my uncle, which is his brother, they came in with their parents, came over here and hustled. I don't know all the intricacies. I'm still... I need to talk to
you. You haven't asked those questions
yet. Yeah, I need to. I need to, man. I need to ask these questions because talking about it right now, it's like, it's crazy, how they were moving in and kind of getting in America accustomed. And, I was a child, so I was just kind of taking all that in. But at this point in my life, I really think about, like, damn, they had to come over here. They had the whole family here. They had, like, the apartment. We had a little apartment building with all of us, bro. This was my grandpa, my dad. It's like, but it was like they hustled hard and they just got to where they need to go,
Bro, oh hell yeah, no, yeah, for sure. You guys, alright, so like people with that vibe are just, I don't know. This is like a little out of the. This is out of the. This is just left field, okay?
Yeah.
To me, Indians, like from actual India, they're low key like Mexicans from the US.
You know what?
You guys are like,
there's a reason.
You guys are like the Mexican Asians or something.
Seriously,
like, the hustle is like so hard in Indian people, and like we come from big families.
Like, for sure.
It's not identical, but there's similarities.
Yeah. Even going to my cousin's wedding too, and I remember it's just like the celebration aspect, because even going to like Mexican homies parties and shit, and I'm just like, I'd see that, and I just see like every culture just loves to celebrate in a big way, and the way they do it, it's really crazy how we're all united, bro, in some weird way. It's really crazy, especially being Indian, bro. I pulled up to a lot of different cultured areas, and I'm just like tripping out, like, damn, like I might meet one Indian guy in here, but it's just crazy, like how things just kind of turn and get to us, where we need to get to,
No, for sure, because like another parallel is like our looks, bro, our looks too. Right. Like my mom, she like growing up, I remember her being like, oh yeah, people think I'm Indian.
Crazy.
Like, because she also used to work in Beverly Hills with Indians.
Right.
Like, it was at... it was at, it was a business that was owned by Indians. So, like, people that were coming in were also Indian based. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cultured. And so,
she kind of get thrown in the mix.
So, yeah, she got thrown in the mix all the time. So, like, it's crazy. Like, the parallels. The parallels between our cultures.
It's amazing, bro. It's beautiful, honestly.
It's tight. What did you get into growing up here? Like, as a kid?
Like, in the music aspect, the art aspect, or just
anything, bro. What did you do? What did you do as a kid here, bro?
Man, I was just a knucklehead, man. I was skating. I was just getting into things, man.
Skateboarding,
but,
that's tight.
Yeah.
I didn't know you skateboarded.
Oh,
you
man,
told me that before?
You know what? Maybe I have, but I haven't been on the board. But I hate myself for it too. Like, my board is at the crib. Like, bro, I need to get on this. It comes up in my head, but yeah, because I was skating hard back in the days, bro. And that's how a lot of like understanding of music as well, and just being in the culture was definitely a part of that. Like just being that kind of outskirt kid, around a bunch of weird shit.
Skateboarding was the best, dude.
Yeah.
Parents like who didn't like their kids skateboarding, they like missed out, because like it was a lot of fun for kids to hop on a skateboard and just adventure off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I get it, because like parents want their kids to be safe, and like there's so much like there's so much like propaganda in our media that makes parents, especially during that time. I remember growing up during that time, and like even that whole like MySpace era, like. There was that one story that got out that like a rapist found someone through MySpace, and then and so in those cases yes, like it's very serious, but then it also does cause a craze, like a fear that is like unnecessary, you know what I'm saying? And like one of those unnecessary things is like with the skateboarding thing, like how parents view their kids that skateboard. Obviously, it's different now, because there's a whole like, how do I say it? There's a whole industry for skateboarding now, and you could see things in like back in the day when we were younger. There wasn't that. It was still like the industry was still being built. So
it's crazy. Yeah, the skateboarding, especially with like how it's tapped into the culture, even in the 2000s and 2010s, and seeing the fashion now and the culture now, it's like. Man, I still cop some skate kicks, bro. I don't skate, but I love the comfortability of it, and like just the durability and stuff. So it's like, oh man, they've advanced, with that.
Super big time. I thought about it I've thought about it like as I've gotten older, like just going in, like doing skateboarding. And and like one of those times I was doing it because I skated as a kid too myself, and I was going to the park pretty often. I'm getting off topic with skating, but this is like everyone loves skating. I love skating.
Yeah.
They know. But like I was going to the skate park often. Boom, 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 boom. And then there was just one time where I just ate it hard, bro, and like I hit my shin on like a trick, or it wasn't even like a trick. I think I was just moving fast and I slipped like in the skate park, and I smashed my shin.
Yeah.
And it quickly reminded me, I was like, dang, like, you gotta really, like I stopped skateboarding, like, heavy during that time after that, because I was like, I'm not doing this for a living, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I gonna put myself through all this? But it's like this weird thing where, like, you really feel better like throughout your entire day when you get a skateboarding session in. So it's like you'll go through like hurting yourself because you feel so amazing from the sessions.
I 100% agree with you, man. There was those days back in high school and just skating for hours. Bro.
You just feel like $1 million too.
$1 million, and when you land your first kick flip, you're just like, yo, like that took forever.
For sure.
And I see, man, the homies used to go hard, like hit the varials and the hard flips, and just seeing them with that passion, it was just like crazy, And I used to watch like
it feeds off into you. Oh, Battle of the Barracks,
remember that?
About it. Yeah.
I don't even know how they met. Shout out to them, but like
they're still doing it.
I'm sure they are, bro, because some of those games were crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Me and my homie would be on the laptop like, bro, we would just go off, man. It was tight. It was tight, bro. bro. Such a dope thing, bro.
Were you into more like street skating, or were you into like just like cruising?
Honestly, the homies I was with were definitely on street skating. Like he would like cut his own like piece of wood and create like their own ramps outside or in his backyard. And just seeing that, you know, I still hit park stuff for sure. You know, we would skate to like Betts and Carson and
That's tight.
A bunch of them, man. I can't really name a few more.
That's tight, fool. What else did you do besides skating?
Yeah, so I was skating.
Did you get into music young?
I would say high school.
High school. Okay, cool.
I tapped into music in high school.
That's when you got in. I mean, that's pretty young still, though, because, like, people people nowadays start making music later on.
Yeah, and it's beautiful to see.
So.
Yeah, but, yeah, high school, at the time, I was really just, like, rapping on, like, a bunch of beats. I used to just look for, like, Alchemist beats and way back, and I used to
Alchemist beats back in the day in high school.
Ninth Wonder, and
okay.
I was tapping into a lot of producers, you know.
And,
that's
tight.
And
like
really, and from there, I was just like passing out mixtapes. I would be like that kid in a mixtape in high school. I would be passing out mixtapes, bro. Yeah,
you made mixtapes in high school.
Yeah, burn CDs and put it in a little slot and pass them out to the homies and, like, you know, people, because I'd just be, you know, I'd be rapping on all types of beats. At that time, I wasn't into, like, original production, so I'd just be, you know, I was a youngin' trying to get in. So I was just, like, really just, man, like, let me find some beats, rap on them.
That's tight, fool.
Yeah. Looking back, it's such a moment in your time, you know.
Did you burn it through the computer or what? Through a computer?
Yeah, you saw like a little Acer or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, what?
It was like an Acer computer or something.
Acer, okay.
Yeah, and I used to burn it on that. At first I used to record with Audacity. I think there was a program called Audacity, and that's strictly just like tracking. And at this time too, I didn't have a knowledge of tracking and mixing, and at this time I was just like, how am I supposed to record my voice on this? So that leads you to things, you know.
Yeah, like things like tracking, or break it down. What's tracking? Like, I don't even know what tracking is.
Like lightly, I feel like tracking is just, you know, getting into the studio and tracking your audio and tracking, like laying it down, really, right? Like, so however it may be, you know. I mean, I'm sure now,
like your vocals to the production.
Exactly, and in itself, you know,
creating layers and stuff.
Right. The process of putting something onto your DAW station. Hopefully I'm speaking on tracking correctly.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. What high school did you go to?
I went to Torrance High, man. Then I went to Sherry. I went to like this continuation school after. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So you didn't finish, huh? You dropped out.
Oh, man.
You dropped out.
I made it. I made it, man. I'm a knucklehead, man. I made it though, man.
But so you dropped out and then you made it later?
Yes, because, you know, I had to do it. My pops was like, get to it. And I was like, all right, man. So, you know, and it's like at that time living, I had to get it, man. And it was cool, bro. Honestly, I met so many great people, and, you know, just everything aligned to the way it was. So, but yeah, I was there.
So talk to me, fool. Why did you drop out?
I was just awful in school, dog. Honestly, the thing is, I've gotten more of an understanding of appreciating knowledge now. You know, because when I was, you know, back in the days when I was young, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't feel right in class. You know, I never felt like, oh man, I want to learn. It was just not there. And I think I was just around homies that were like, fuck that, like do this, and you know.
You're around people who are like that too. I feel that.
But it was still a good thing, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, shout outs to my pops and mom for accepting me, loving me, man. But it was cool. Like, it was cool, bro. It was cool. It was good. I'm here, and it was a beautiful thing, man.
You're like, I ain't trying to talk about this, dog.
Nah, man. But it's cool. It's cool. Like, you know, to really like see that. I have such an appreciation for knowledge now. Like, I read more, and I'm so in tune now.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there back then. You know.
You know why, right?
Tell me why.
You know why, fool.
I might know.
Bro, because they ain't teaching nothing in high school.
Yeah.
They're teaching us crap in high school.
Right. Bro. Right. You know, the education system, obviously there's people fighting for it, you know. It's
to change it, yeah, but it's like there's only so much to do. There's people who are also fighting against it to like
Yeah,
take back all the
sure,
changes, like
for sure.
taking out books from
For sure.
schools. Like, what kind of BS is that, dog? Where are
For
you supposed to
sure.
learn from?
For sure.
Just from the internet? You think the internet has all the information in the world? You're freaking
Right.
crazy.
Right, and knowledge is important because it helps us, like, you know, it helps us really get in tune with revolution, because I think the first act of revolution, in my opinion, is first thinking about, oh, I need to change something. The knowledge comes in when it's like, how do I change it? You know, so it's like those type of processes happened a lot, you know, when I was just thinking about knowledge in general, you know, but back in the days, you know, you're just a knucklehead. You're not thinking about none of that. You know, you're not thinking about that. You just live it, but that creates its own thing. You know, you learn from a lot. I learned a lot about LA, the history. I got into like rap shit, like in high school here, you know, it's like listening, first time listening to Dre or something, or different things. I was just like, whoa, I'm totally off from that, you know, but being in the West Coast and seeing the movement and things of that, it's really cool, you know.
So were you like doing music so much that you're like, all right, I'm done with school, like this is not serving me no purpose, or was it more so just like I'm done, like I don't care about school? It
was cool. Like at that time, I was really just like, I was such in like a very small stage in music, so I was just like really, you know, tapping into, I was still just like rapping on beats. But at the end of high school, I started to really, you know, get into original production and understand that. So it did affect it, but I still went to college, like, you know, and I still did my thing there. But I just stepped out of it, you know, to kind of figure out myself and what I want, you know. So I think education is a really important thing, and, you know, to each his own, you know. And I'm still on this journey too, so you never know what you can discover, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, for sure, dog. That's good, dog. That's when was it, like, when you were like, man, I'm really trying to do this music thing? Because I know you were saying you were doing it in high school and you're passing them out. Were you already like, yeah, I'm doing it? Like, because, I mean, to me, that is kind of like, I really want this. Because if you're handing out CDs at your high school, like, that means you're really serious about it. Were you serious about it to that point where you're like, I want this as my thing?
At that time in high school too, because even me, I feel like when I think about it, like even me thinking about wanting original production at that time, because right when I got out of high school, I started vibing with producers and like trying to, you know, so like my first little mixtape, like actual mixtape that was like all original production, was like me reaching out to producers or meeting somebody in high school that produced or made music and kind of tapping into that, you know. So it was there, man, you know. I've always had it in it. I've always just had it and always just like experienced it, so I just kept moving forward with it and kind of elaborating on it, you know. That's
crazy that like even in high school you were like, all right, this is it. Like,
it's that, you know, like creation, and that taught me a lot about it, you know. Like a lot about it.
No, for sure. What's like one of, like, give me like your top 3 of like, let's just say favorite songs, because like albums are kind of like more complicated, but like give me like what are some of your flavors, like as far as like music wise right now? Like your top 3 that you're playing in rotation right now.
Right now, I am definitely bumping Ahmad Jamal right now. I've been on his. I got a little CD from him, like at Montreal Festival. I think it was like 1985 or something. So, I'm kind of an old school head, man. I burn my CDs. I find CDs and I kind of tap in. I do listen to a lot of new music as well, but yeah.
Oh, you like just bumping old school stuff, huh? You just burn. So that's from a CD.
Yeah. It's got the skips, but nah, it's cool. I've been this week. I kind of move around in music sometimes, man. But this week I've been really bumping Ahmad Jamal. I listen to like Velvet Underground, and I've been bumping Hey Jane. It's really cool. I've been bumping that, and I think that album's Loaded, but yeah, that's been on there. What else? been kind of bumping Childish Gambino. I think he dropped some new shit. Oh, nah, it's not even new shit. I think it was like 2020. So I was tapping in on that, listening to that project.
That's tight. So a little bit of... So you're not just, like, listening to hip-hop. You listen to everything. Huh?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff, man. I sometimes even my mom's, like, she gave me some Carnatic music I've been kind of bumping and listening to, and that taps me into a lot of, like, you know, people in the quote-unquote scene, I would say, you know, around here that's... not around here, but just doing it as well in the South Indian region and stuff, so... I've been tapping in with a few artists like that as well, and just kind of broadening a lot, man. I do listen to hip hop here and there for sure. You know, it's might bump some Infamous, you know, by Mob, and that shit gets me going, you know. So It's cool, bro. I've been all over the place, man. Honestly, I listen to all types of stuff.
That's good, yeah, because that's...
I know the question was named 3 focused ones, but
yeah,
I
but
totally lost that one.
It don't matter, because that's... I mean... I was really just trying to get a general, like, understanding of, like, the kind of music you listen to. Because I know, like, you make hip-hop music, but you also make other music, too. You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hawmie podcast.
So before the break, we're talking about 3, like, some of your favorite songs that you like listening to. Talk to me about some of your favorite songs that you've made yourself.
Off the discography,
Yeah.
I definitely say Forward Back Off Motion was a very great record. Jump.
That one, Motion, was with
Obi-Wan.
Obi.
Yeah, DJ Obi-Wan Fu.
Shout out Obi. What's up, guys?
Obi, man.
What's up, Fu?
He's a big part of a lot of music I've created, man. He's had his hands in it, you know,
You said
some way.
Forward Back?
Yeah.
Is the trust song?
Back. Yeah,
Forward Back.
Yeah.
Forward Back. That one's tight.
Yeah, man.
That one's tight.
Great record. Let's see what else. Jump In, for sure, from Same Difference.
Jump In.
Yeah.
That's right.
Off the Sanity discography, man. What else?
Give me one more.
I gotta... You know what? I like Good Times on In Time We Find. That's a great record, too.
Good Times?
I liked how that came together, yeah.
That's good. Those are good top 3. I feel like you got more favorites. Give me 2 more. Top 5.
Okay.
Because these are songs that people can go look up and go stream and go... Yeah. Hey, that's something else. So it's under Sanity Menon, though, right now.
Yeah.
It's not under Shankar, right?
Yeah. The whole discography is... I'm gonna keep it there, too, man. A lot of my music is still gonna be there. You can tap in on that, for sure.
But then, like, your new music that you drop is gonna be under Shankar.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay, cool.
that's a different journey, you know. Whoever's a part of it and wants to see it, it'll be there.
That's tight. Good for everyone to know. Not to know. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, bro.
So give me 2 other songs, bro.
2 other songs. Medley on Motion was a great record. I like that one. The way we flipped this, like, big band shit, it was tight. Love that record. That was a fun record too. Even rapping, it was a great record.
I'm gonna have to look that one up because I don't even remember that one. So.
Last record I would say, bro. Breakthrough is a great record on In Time We Find. I really like that song. That song was really cool. It was It was just the whole process of that record too. Was like, we didn't even know if it was gonna get on it. We made that one like so long ago. Like a lot of those songs on that project were like 5 years old, 2 years old. You know. So that record was just in the midst like of everything we were creating. Like that record was there, and we'd always hear it like after a session, and we were just like, man, it's tight, and just built it up. So that's why I really like that song, and it has a lot of story to it.
We did a video for that one too.
Yeah.
So
come on,
y'all could even go look at the video and get your booty on YouTube and go share it and go like it. You know what I'm saying? Go stream those 5 songs because those are, I mean, the ones that you named that I know are fire songs. So
appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Definitely, I'm gonna go do my research on what songs those, or you know, go listen to those those old tracks.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, of course. So I know. So you were doing like mixtapes and everything, projects wise, like, since high school, right? And then you got out of high school. You said you went to college for a little bit?
I was in college for a bit.
Where'd you go?
Harbor College. Yeah.
That's right.
Cool. Yeah, I met a few homies there. I still talk to them too, so it's really cool.
What were you doing in college?
I think it was just like general studies and stuff like that, and I was just moving cool with it, you know. Yeah. But just did my own thing after that, man.
Yeah, you didn't even continue. You just did. Just stayed doing music.
Yeah, for sure, and trying to tap into all kinds of things, man. But yeah, that was definitely a time, where I was going in and met a lot of cool people though, so it was really fun.
That's sick. So when what would you say was like your first project like that you put on like streaming services? I mean, it doesn't even have to be streaming services, but like, this is kind of like our era where like that shit is like super prominent, you know what I'm saying? But what would you say is like your first project with that you made?
Right. Okay, so that first mixtape I was creating, like trying to be heard, and even before that, like a lot of the mixtapes that I was rapping on and stuff, like I was using SoundCloud at the time. So SoundCloud was a big platform at that time. Yeah. And streaming platforms weren't even like kind of arriving yet.
Yeah.
So
I remember that era.
Yeah. So a lot of traction was on SoundCloud. That was a lot of my music. It's probably still up there too. And like it's, I was using SoundCloud a lot. First ever official project I would say was like Motion with Obi-Wan. That was the one that we put on Spotify. We put on, stuff. I don't even remember what
year was that?
Like
2018, 2019?
2019, yeah, something like that. 2019, 2018, something around there. I think 2019, something around there.
That's tight, bro. So like before that, you were just doing like singles and dropping them I was rapping all the time.
On SoundCloud. Yeah.
Okay, bet. That's cool. There's probably like some cool like tracks that people have never heard of. For sure. On SoundCloud.
For sure. SoundCloud was a great thing, man. I really loved the just the ease of it too at the time too. It was just like I want to just drop something right there, upload a track, boom.
So and then you had Motion. Motion was the project.
Motion was the project.
With Obi. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that project a little bit. What was that like?
That I like, cause Obi produced one of the projects on that first mixtape I was dropping with the Trying to Be Heard. He produced one of the joints, and we never even met yet. I was at that time just looking for producers, and I saw his name on some rappers' music video, and at the time I was just so open. I was just hitting up people, and he was really down to earth, man. He was basically almost the only producer that was really tapping in with me and sending me beats and keeping a relationship. So from that, we just started kind of tapping in, and then I did the song at an open mic by Brick to Your Face, and I remember that was the first time I met him, like come through and actually hear the song and then just vibe out with that. And then
so did you perform that song that you guys made, or on the
I did.
Or was it some other stuff?
I did like this open mic. I just like had to be in the bag and just started rapping.
Tight.
Yeah, so that spawned the relationship, and me and Obi would just tap in. I mean, he had his home studio at the time, and I would just pull up, and he had beats and he was just creating. So I tapped in with the whole like Rich Minds fam and just got in. And
that was kind of the beginning of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so tight. So it was kind of like, after that, when like, or give me like your favorite song off that project.
Off Motion?
Yeah. I mean, you gave me two though already, huh?
Right. I would say that.
It's fine. So you said Forward Back, and then what was the other one?
Medley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bet.
For sure.
I'm gonna look those up then, cause that's off of Motion.
Right. So, that's off of Motion.
And then Obi produced the whole thing.
Yeah. Obi's a mastermind, man. He's a mixing, mastering. Just being in that, like. We had such a curation because I was really working with him solely off just the music, and we were just creating,
mm-hmm.
and we would flip samples, and we'd have homies around, and somebody would lay something here, and da-da-da-da. It was a very, very dope time to create that.
2017, Motion.
Oh, 2017.
Oh,
Motion was
damn.
2017. See, I was like, I don't think it was 2019.
I'm
I
so
didn't think it
bad
was
with time.
2019. So 2017.
17, dude, come on, I'm tripping. Yeah,
That's
17.
cool.
Yeah.
That's tight. So, shout out to Dan.
Shouts
That was
to-
Dan. So for that project, so you finished that project and then you start working on what next? What project did you work on next? Because you made one with Dan too.
Yes, I made one with Dan.
In like 2019, I think. Because I looked it up. It was
So
what project was that?
Same difference, right? Yeah, 2019. Well, we had
No, it wasn't the same.
Flip side too. We had flip
I
side.
have it written down full, so don't even trip. So you don't.
Yeah.
Have to, oh yeah, flip side. Flip side was 2019.
Side,
was there
yeah.
anything else before that? No, right? Because
yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I had a project at City Dwellers. That was a project as well. You did one of the Hollow
with
Heart,
Raw.
Yeah, with Raw. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was before flip side.
Yes, that was before flip side. We tapped in on there and did that thing. Yeah, a lot. We were curating so many projects. You know, because we had so much music. We're just always creating somewhere. Yeah.
Those are classics too. Like on flip side, I remember when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely trying to work with these people, like, cause when you always just want your art to match whoever you're working with. You know what I'm saying? So like that's. One thing, like, when I heard y'all music, I was like, yeah, I definitely rock with this. So I feel like I can, elevate the situation here.
Nah, man, it's dope, man. Crazy how we met on some chat. I don't even remember. We just...
Yeah, that was random. So let's talk about it. So we met through, like, Instagram.
Yeah.
We met through Instagram.
Yeah, you were in some chat, like,
I was in
like,
a group chat.
Yeah.
And Sandy was also in it, too. I think it was, like, a group chat with, like, artists and like photographers.
Yeah, it was a bunch.
It was a mix.
It was a mix.
And you had posted it in the group chat. Yo, I have a show with Karis One.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was you were selling tickets, I think.
Yep.
And then
trying to tap in with people, sending it out.
So I reached out to you through there and everything.
Yeah, that's kind
of how we met. Talk to me about the Karis One show, fool.
Man, an amazing experience, bro. Yeah, that show was so live. It was so, man. And even seeing Karis do his thing was great. Yeah, it's just like such a dope part of culture at that time. I was just at awe with that too, man. It was great.
Did you see him like in the back? Like
yeah, we didn't.
Did you say what's up to him? Or anything?
We didn't say what's up or anything. But he was ready. He was like, oh, I gotta go. He just went straight up, like, you know. But it was cool, man. I think I was talking to the DJ after my set though. I saw him. I forgot his name, but yeah, no.
The DJ is his number
he was cool.
one.
He showed love.
That's the backbone right there.
He showed love too, and I was like, man, thank you. You know, and it was a good thing, bro. Really love that.
That's tight. Do you? This is like a little random, but do you write your own music, or do you like have other people write your music?
When it comes to lyrics, no, I just keep it to myself. Yeah.
No ghostwriters here.
No ghostwriters, man. You know, and it's different, man, because that rule, you know, spans, especially in like songwriting songs. Like when you step out of rap, it's like, you know, people sing for somebody, da 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 da. And me personally, I just haven't been in those experiences, so I'm just experiencing what I feel and what I say, and I put it on paper. Yeah, and
that's cool, bro. Cause like a lot of, you know how it is, bro. Like Drake, dog, he's worked with how many, you know, ghostwriters, and like people say he's the number one. So it's like what's the scale here for number one? Is it just like hits and like hits only, like, and there's no like integrity in the music that has like some type of like value? You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of like Drake has great music. I'm not knocking him. His music is feel good music, but that's all it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no depth to it. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the culture we live in. You feel me? He's like the most popular. It's just like when we have artists like you who write their own lyrics and who really like care about every word that they're putting into the music, like it's just it's wild that there's totally it's like a duality. You know what I'm saying? There's like two different worlds going on.
Yeah.
With like artistry and everything.
Right. And it's there's so many different.
Not to knock Drake, but it's just like we gotta support the locals, like people like you. You know what I'm saying? Because it. Like I know it's tough for Drake, but it's just as tough for you. You know what I'm saying? And
so many artists in this world, bro.
And a lot. Especially independent artists, like they don't have no backing, you know, with the big label and everything. But that's separate. That's separate stuff. You know, it can get intricate with all that.
Right, for sure.
All that, with the ghostwriting stuff, because like there are artists back in the day who used to like bands wise, like you know. Back in the day, they used to have like a whole writer's room and like they wrote songs and there was just like performers performed. They didn't write music; they just performed music. And so I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's different calibers, especially if people go into singing and songwriting. You know, it's like it's a different caliber. You know, there's so many different things, and you know, I can't judge anybody, man. Everybody has their journey and how they get to where they need to do. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, talk to me about the Flipside project, bro.
Flipside was tight.
What was that like?
It was, you know, me and Dan just like we just have such a like dope chemistry, you know, and especially for him, he's a really just like go getter when it comes to production. He's very just like straight to it, you know, and just kick, snare, drums, sample, boom, just get in, you know, and like really tap into that poetic side. So me and him just coming together on that project was like a glimpse of what we can say and what we feel, you know. So it was really dope, you know. Especially he was tapping into his production side a little bit on that project, but he was mostly vocal on that one. And,
yeah, that's when he was still spitting. I remember. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because you're fast forward to like the projects with Dan to the most recent one.
The same difference, right?
Same difference. Yeah. He's not on it at all. Right. Rapping. He's only producing. So
yeah.
What was it like being, you know, with that second project? Because that was the roots, right? And then you did this same difference project, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't any. There was like maybe like a single in between, but like no projects, but like
no. I think City Dwellers was in between. I don't remember. I believe so. I don't really remember the whole timeline.
And then you also had Poet Source.
Poet Source with Jaded Eye. Shout out to Jaded Eye. Yes, that was a great EP too.
But like Dan wise, you didn't have nothing else in between that time, no, right?
I don't think so. He had some separate projects that I believe like I did a verse on one song and stuff like that. But I don't think off the top of my dome, I don't think so.
Talk to me about Poet Source. What was that project like, bro?
Poet Source is good, man. Me and Jaded I met at a gig. And we just bonded like that, man. He's really cool. Still talk to him. He's a great guy, man. Shout out to Jaded Eye. He's still doing his thing. I love seeing his work. But yeah, we tapped in and just like created an EP, man. He had some beats, sent it over, and we just expressed, man. It's it's very very organic, you know.
Yeah. What was that process like? Like, did you pull up on him? Did you?
We
send vocals.
Yeah, we pulled up on a few occasions, and then. He even sent some beats over, and I would record at like my crib, and you know, most of the songs too I recorded at the crib, at my house.
At your house, and then you'd send it over there.
Mm-hmm.
But you did have like a few sessions together.
Yeah, exactly, and even some records that like we haven't even released yet. Yeah, so it's like, you know, like different stuff that we were just working on and we were just creating. So
that's tight, bro.
So that was the spawn of that EP, you know.
That's nice. So you have more stuff coming with him in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a record or two. You know, I'm in a state of mind of just creation, so just working on everything and aligning it all together. You know,
everything and anything all at once. That's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then so off of a Poet Source, are there any highlights for you? Any highlights of that project?
Poet Source.
And did you do anything special for that project? Like, or was it just like?
It was honestly, it was a very low key drop. We just kind of dropped it and let it go. I had, what was I don't remember. I think Finally is one of my favorite records on that one. Really
That's
just,
right.
really just his production too for that project was very just like down to earth, you know, very like melodic.
Right. Yeah, melodic is definitely
So
weird.
yeah, I tapped in. I got Lenny on there and Zay, and they were on one of the records, and it was a good time, man. It was a very short little EP, 4 tracks. And just dropped that over, you know.
That's tight, bro. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good that like, or it's not easy. I'm saying it's good, but it's like that. It's like not hard. I mean, it can be like very tough dropping all these projects year
Right.
to year. So it's like, I don't know what does it take to do all that? Cause like you've consistently been dropping projects every year since like what 2017. You know, like
Yeah.
maybe you skipped a year or whatever for
Right.
2018, but like, do you ever get tired of it?
You know, that's the crazy thing. Like right now, I feel like during like my whole name change and stuff, I've been very kind of like creating plans here and there, but I'm very lightweight now. I'm very just kind of focusing on creating records and just kind of letting it be. I'm not like in that moment to like curate and because that's its own energy. And I realize with music, it's an experience, and it's not just an experience for the listener, but it's also an experience for the artist. And being around things creates that influence, creates that structure. A lot of these projects, because I was around such talented individuals to do their thing, and it just aligned for all of us. So each project was a stamp of that time. So every year I feel like is just like a new way to see what else you're tapping into and new things that you're arriving in and seeing where that goes,
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel with each project. It was just like that moment in time to create, and it almost felt like I wasn't thinking about it. It was just all happening. I had beats, I had people. It was there and still do, So it's really dope to see, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like with this music thing, like you can put stuff out like kind of like quick and everything with the streaming services and everything, but when you take your time to make music, it's like it can become timeless. Like if you don't take your time, it won't become timeless.
That's definitely been a subject in my mind. Music is a very powerful tool, man. It can really help people get out of what they feel or what they think about, and being an artist, you're taking that role. So and to each his own. Everybody has their own way of creation, and I respect all of it. I love people that drop all the time. Sometimes that's dope. To me, that's another outlet. There's no really a right or wrong way to create.
Off top, because I'm not saying like dropping all the time is wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
like you could still do it and still be making timeless music.
Exactly, bro. Really.
So like there is that. It's layered, it's multifaceted, like not all, like it's not
right.
It's not just one cookie cutter way is gonna make it every time. Like each person has a different sauce. You know
right, it's like a painting. Like there's no really, you can't really judge it. It's someone's perception and how they do it. It's all subjective, bro. So I've been very open and loving that, bro. That's why I got all love, man. I love seeing different artists do different things, whether they take 10 years to drop a project, 1 year, or even just music. It's like it is a feeling and experience that you have to take in. You just find your kind of find your way for it.
Yeah, talk to me about Same Difference, bro. With that one that dropped, what was that project like, for?
Same Difference was like this raw approach, bro. I feel like I was telling Dan this too, that part of time is just, it's its own entity, bro. Like
It's its own vibe, its own energy.
I listen to those tracks sometimes. I'm like, wow, like damn, I was on some shit.
That's so tight.
I was
bro.
on that. Let's go, like, and I love it. I love it because
project.
it like really shows this like different side of every human, because I'm honestly less in that space, but it's like still dope to see and hear it, because it's like you can really go anywhere, so that time with Same Difference was definitely like, let's get this rap shit, man. I was just going bars and bars and bars. Yeah,
you had the bars for sure. I would say one of my favorites off that one is Soul Track.
Man, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Soul Track was a great track, bro. I love that track.
The sample to the way that you hit, you know, the bars and everything. I was like, man.
Such a dope vibe. I love that track too, man.
What were you thinking? To me, what you were saying in the song, it was kind of like, man, if you don't feel this vibe, like, I'm sorry for you type vibe. Like, this, like, if you don't feel this goodness off of this song, I'm like, there's something wrong with you. Like, but I don't know. What were you thinking with that song? Making it.
Life's got its twists and turns. I think it was like that. Man, that track, especially with the whole vibe, just felt really like. Yeah. So tight, bro. And it was like, you know, hip hop is what I love about it. It's just so straightforward. You don't need a lot to convey, you know, and that's what I loved about that record too, because it was literally just a sample record with, you know, drums and bass and bringing that together, and you know, Dan was really smart about it too, would bring a bassist and all right, dude, let's get, you know, Rito on there and just kind of tap in and, you know,
shout out Rito,
shout out Rito, you know, he laid a few bass lines on there. I think he did a bass line on that track. I think so. Yeah, I think he did. So every song. Shout out Rito. I think so. Every song, bro. I'm so bad at it.
Slap the bass, my boy. Keep slapping that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That fool gets down with the
bass. Yeah.
That's tight, bro. I love that song. I was playing that earlier.
Hey.
Get ready, and I was like, yeah.
Oh man, that means so much, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
like, for real, that's the motive, man. That's what it leads.
So go play that song. You know what I'm saying? go to your freaking app. Go play that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Feel the vibe. You guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. So off that project, we had a music video off that project? We filmed one or no?
Yes.
Right?
Ringing in My Ear, right?
Yeah, Ringing in My Ear.
And Jump In.
Jump In.
Both. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. There's my next point. So those are on Apple Music.
Yes. Yep.
Shout out Dan.
Yeah, no. It was
shout out you too, because you made that shit happen, dog. Like,
nah, man. It's really dope. You know, it's good. Like that. Those two visuals were really dope, man.
That's tight that they're on Apple Music, bro.
Yeah.
Because like the norm is YouTube. So when you go the Apple Music route, it's like, oh, you stick out, bro. Like you stick out, like, you know, you stick out to the normal crowd, like compared to the normal crowd, like what the normal crowd is doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that's all that. So we're gonna go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hawmie podcast.
Talk to me about In Time We Find, the project that you did with Obi-Wan.
In Time We Find, yes. In Time We Find, most recent project we dropped that like May, last May. Yeah,
last year.
Great project. Me and Obi-Wan got back in. Yeah, dude. Like me and Obi, we worked on a lot of tracks in the midst of different projects. So a lot of tracks on In Time We Find were being created. That same difference was being created. So, you know, because we just be working. I might be after the session. Obi comes and he's like, yo, check out the beat. And just kind of tapped in on that and then continued that. So, yeah, the project's great, bro. Really dope project. Love the production and everything about it. It's great.
Yeah, I remember when you guys first played it for me, like in the studio, I was kind of blown away because, like, when you guys, like, the complimentary, like, aspect of having the production so well and then the lyrics and the words and the bars and everything, like, it just creates something that's like, it's just not, it's like unstoppable when you play it, and like you just feel the energy that you guys convey through it. So it's a beautiful, like, it's a beautiful thing that you guys collaborated like over the years and like took your time on it.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm looking forward to working with him again. I was just thinking about that today too. I was like, man, you know, it's always dope, bro. You know, me and him have a good connection, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
And then we also filmed a video for
Yes.
with that project. Which one did we do? Or we didn't do a video for that one.
Yeah, we
Someone
did.
sliding right there.
Yo.
The cops sliding. The cops be flying on my street, dog. Flying. Did we? I don't think we did.
Yeah, we did Breakthrough.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
No, Red Heart did Good Times.
Yeah, Red Heart.
Yes,
So we did one video.
Yes.
Me and you did one video for that project. Mm-hmm. So that's tight. That's one thing about me and Sanity. We've done videos in the past.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if y'all want to go peep them, you know what I'm saying? Just go to my profile. They're on my link tree, all that crap.
Yeah, of course, bro.
All them links. I got mad links on my profile. Like, you go to my link tree, there's like so much work.
Yeah, bro. I love the chemistry we're working too, bro. You know, especially with Hall of Heart, our first visual. Great time, bro. Our meetings and all of them. And
yeah, Hollow Heart was a great music video as well. That was our first.
One of my favorites, bro. Honestly,
that was our first music video that we worked on together.
Yeah, different. It's cool working with different people too. You know, so everybody has their own vibe. You know, so.
Their own style.
Yeah, definitely.
That's tight. What talk to me about the visual then that you had with Red Heart on In Time We Find.
Yeah, for Good Times. Yeah, that was a fun one. Did like a live performance mixed in with some shots over at the studio, and it was a great time, bro. Loved it. I think we did it at Knockhouse. If that's their name, Knockhouse Studio. Yeah, they're really dope. So it was cool to get there.
You know what I like about the In Time We Find? Another thing I like about that is that project is the visual that I made for it, because I'm just selfish over here. The visual that's on the iTunes thing is so tight.
Bro.
It's so tight.
And
Shout out Dan again.
Finally when we got it on Apple Music, bro, just seeing that was just like, dude, so dope. You are a mastermind with that, bro. Like, it's crazy too, like the times we're in, like where like the artwork animate. I love that shit, bro. That shit is so tight.
That you could, that those things, they, you know, we're in a state where like the collaboration is like, it's up to us. Like, we have all the tools.
Right, we have all the tools.
It's just like, we have to be able to communicate in order to collaborate.
Yeah, of course, man. So
it's like those two things are interchangeable.
Yeah, you killed it with the cover too, bro. We got that clock and oh man, like the motion on our faces. We kind of matched it with the original Project Motion, and it was just so dope, man.
It was just like an awesome upgrade. Like we're coming in, boom, we're coming in this way this year.
Really dope, really dope.
I love that, bro. Talk to me about like one of your favorite performances.
Favorite performance?
Like one of your favorite shows.
I definitely loved rocking Bananas, man. There was one gig at Bananas. I loved it, bro. It was like a packed house, and it was just like perfect, bro. Me and Rob went up, and I was just like, yo, let's go. And man, just the vibe was just amazing, bro. Because I was at Bananas a few times rocking over there, and that one in particular, I forgot when and stuff, but that in particular was such a great vibe.
So Bananas is a venue, or is it like
Bananas,
a show?
Shout out to Verbies. Yeah, man, Verbies. He hosts Bananas over in Lamert Park.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's lit then.
Lamert's, man, beautiful. I love going to Lamert.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. When was that, fool?
Fuck. I'm bad, man. I'm bad with these times. I don't even know. I think it was like a few years. It was definitely a few years ago. Definitely like 3 years ago. It was like in the midst of City Dwellers and Flipside. So it was like around that time. And I was going to Bananas even before that as just a listener. I would just pull up over there and check it out. I think Bananas is still going, bro.
That's
such a great.
They going bananas?
Nice, yeah.
People probably say that all the time. That was way too easy.
That was way too easy. Yeah, but that was a great show, man. KRS show, great show is indeed. I love that one. I really liked us. We opened for Talib and Mos Def. I really love that track.
Bro, what? Talk to me about that. Fool, did you say what's up to them?
No, they got that.
Dude,
it's okay though. I get it. You know, it's all love.
Bro,
we openers, bro. I don't even have that It's nothing to me, bro. Cause you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
All right,
They
get
came,
out, get in,
they
get
came
out.
they came in later in the night too. They came like around like 10, 11, and me and Dan rocked like, I think we rocked like 9, like early, you know, cause we were opening. But it was good, bro.
No,
Yeah,
sure.
I really love that, especially being on that stage and just feeling that energy was really dope, bro. It was really
That's
cool.
tight. That's tight. Where was that show at? That one with Talib and
That was in the. It was in Pomona. I don't know if it was the Glass House. Was it the Glass House? Fox Theater. There it is. Fox Theater. Mm-hmm.
That's tight. I've never been there.
Yeah, it's right in downtown. Pomona, I believe. Yeah, right there in downtown. You ever been to downtown Pomona?
Honestly, I haven't
city.
been out to Pomona much. Pomona's kind of like it's out the way.
Yeah, of course, it's out the way. Yeah, it is.
But I've definitely been to Riverside a few times. I've been to Corona and stuff, so that's like in that area.
Yeah, Riverside is great. Yeah, I used to rock a lot. Like that was like a lot of the first places I was rocking and open mics and shout out to Brick to Your Face and stuff like that. And Noah James, and you know that was the time where like you know I was getting in and doing a lot of open mics and tapping in over there. You know.
Oh, that's tight. You would pull up over there for that.
Yeah, that was lot of the spawn of like being on stage for like the first time. You know.
Yeah, no bet. Talk to me about Eyeless Collective. Your
Eyeless,
band.
yes, Eyeless Collective. Shout outs to Eyeless Collective, man. Really dope, man. It's been cool. Like I learned a lot in there, man. Like we played so many ska gigs, man. Cause we played so many. We played like Ska Wars and man, a bunch of gigs, bro. House parties, Vegas. It was going off. It was going everywhere.
Oh, that's
man.
sick, fool.
Oh yeah, the ska scene is beautiful, bro. I love it.
It's popping right now, still.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I feel like it's getting even bigger too, cause like, I just see it more often. Like even people dressing all punk.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
beautiful,
punk,
bro.
like punk style is like in right now, hardcore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and it's like it's a culture, bro. It has its own like history as much as any other genre, bro. Such a great time, bro. I really loved it. It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, so with the band, how did that like formulate? How did you?
Well, I knew
get into it.
Yeah, like I knew Meg and Paul was the bassist, and you know we met, and you know started tapping in, man. Like we just started creating, and we tapping in with Goofy, and just going in and creating, and from there we just like created our project and got in, bro. So it was really cool. It was around the time of like in the spawn of like motion and stuff as well, and we were just moving through same time span and just working, man. We had members come in and play and different stuff. It was really cool, bro.
That's tight, bro.
Yeah.
Cause like that's like true artistry to me. The fact that you're like in a band too, and like you have a whole different style of music.
Yeah,
like that's so tight.
It taught me a lot of what I'm like tapping into right now, like chords and creating music, you know, and songs, and I really love it, man. Like honestly, like Eyeless is a big part of like how I learn, you know, because I was the keyboardist and MC, so I had to learn chords and keep up and stuff like that. So it was really cool putting that now into like new music and really like focusing on chords and stuff like
That's
that.
tight.
So, yeah.
So you kind of along the way you got into producing, and now you're doing your own producing, or what's it like?
Yeah.
What's that been like?
So obviously Eyeless really helped me get in tune with like chords and learning about that, because I had no prior knowledge of, you know, playing chords and stuff like that. I just kind of learned, and the band really helped me focus in on that. Through my projects like Same Difference and stuff, I did a few live production and there too. I might add a few synth lines and get in there. I did a few synth lines for other records and stuff like that. So I was forming into it, you know. I was getting into it. So now I'm kind of going into a pretty full, solid understanding of that with producing and stuff. So it's crazy, man. I'm trying to get into new stuff and kind of new styles and see where it all leads, you know.
So you're producing some of your own songs now, or is it more so just like full songs you're making?
Right, yeah, and working with others as well to kind of create the vision too. Yeah,
that's tight, bro. I'm excited to hear something that you make.
Yeah, it's definitely like on the melodic side and trying to just really tap in. You know, my mom's a singer, and it makes sense, you know, and it feels good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes in.
So you're in your singing bag right now. You've been singing lately.
I've been singing, yeah.
What's that like been? What's that been like for?
It's kind of cool, bro, because it's like, it's crazy, because like when you know how to, when you know how to rap, when you know lyrics and poetry, they all work hand in hand, you know. A lot of the stuff works hand in hand, you know. Music is such a universal language. You don't realize that until you really like get into different genres and see how it all links, you know. So it's really cool to see where that comes.
That's tight. So you didn't really sing much of your life, or you probably sang just like to sing when you wanted to, but like you didn't start taking it serious until recently.
Yeah, until recently, man. And honestly, I'm going in and just trying all kinds of shit. I feel like it's like a tool set, you know. It's like I'm in my toolbox. I'm like, hop in with some raps, I hop in with some singing. You know, you never know. It's all about the vibe of the record and the vibe of the song. And
I like that, bro. Because like, it's like going in with the bars is cool and everything, but like when you sprinkle in some you know, that melodic vibe where you're singing with your music, like it's like second to none, bro. It's like the chef's kiss. You're like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, come on, dog. Like,
and again,
that's like Mac Miller vibes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, and you know, like I said, man, it's all about experience and the things that I feel I just want to express. That's just really where I'm at. You know, I don't really think about it so much.
I feel like that's important to be there, bro. Because like we get in our way of creation when we overthink.
We do, man.
You know,
and I'm a shed that, like, you know, for sure I'm human. You know, we tend to carry those sometimes, you know, but at the end of the day, like you said, man, you know, we are our own like stop with what we do.
Yeah, we block ourselves a lot. Like, and it's either we're blocking ourselves or we're letting ourselves flow and go. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like. It's either or. There's no in between. Yeah. Because like we know when we're off. We know when we're not in our full, you know, potential. You know, and so it's important to kind of like detach in a way, like kind of like what you do with social media. Detach from shit so that you can create something that's different from the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I you know, I love that. I love that
for sure, man. I think. It's just in the state of mind I'm in, I've really realized, like, you know, you just take your time to what you need to do, you know. And for me, I've obviously been a little bit on a detachment level too, you know, like, and I think it's important, you know, because I'm just trying to get into my mind and create, you know. So
that's fire, fool.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I'm definitely proud of what you've been doing, and you know, the things that you're gonna continue to be doing and all that, bro.
I'm proud of you too, man. Like, seeing you progress has been amazing, bro. Honestly, you know, because it's like, it's hard. You know what I mean? So it's like cool to see that, bro. Like, cool to see that, dog.
Shout outs to the sirens in the video.
There it is. It's like you said, it's active out here.
Bro, talk to me about the freaking. It is active out here. Talk to me about the show that you performed at in front of the cop station in South Central. What's up with that?
Yes.
Big. So first of all, shout outs to Alex Flores. The family, and the whole reason why we were pulling up to South Central. Yeah. It's the origin of it is that Alex Flores was walking home one day, and there was a police officer who literally killed him. And like there's details that I, for lack of better, you know, like I just don't know the full story right now, but like you can go to like, you know, Justice for Alex Flores on Instagram, you can see the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Those fools still go and protest and everything. But yeah, the son was killed, and the family still continues to protest in front of the cop station that killed him. Yeah. And so that is one of the shows that he pulled up to. They hosted a protest, but then also had musicians come.
Wow,
and you were one of those musicians that they called for that.
Yeah, so. such a beautiful like experience, bro. You know, like I've always been about, you know, revolution and just being there. It just felt like, damn, you know, and hearing the stories too. You know, a lot of people talking about their sons and, you know, their troubles with, you know, the police system. And it was just heartwarming, man, you know. And during that time too, we were hitting so many protests and so many things at the time, and it's just like there's a lot going on, you know. And being there definitely showed me the reality of it, you know, because you know, you hear about it, but when you're really over there and you hear their stories and their tears, it's just like, it was amazing, bro. And playing over there and like expressing poetry and just being there was amazing, bro. And Meg did her thing too. Shout outs to Kazuyomo Soul. Like she rocked a set, and, you know, rocked a set together. So it was really cool, bro. It was really cool. You were over there just like getting your thing on there too.
Yeah, we were hitting a lot of protests during that time. I mean, I think that was like, what, 2021? Because it wasn't 2020 no more. It was like the next year already.
Yeah, There's a lot.
Because, you know, the protests...
Still protests to this day.
There still are protests, for sure.
Yeah.
They still pop off. So, yeah, shout outs to all the families that are affected by police violence. Because that's, you know, it's actually, like, not normal. That's not normal. Like, in other countries around the world, like, police officers don't kill their civilians.
Yeah, man.
Like, there's countries in this world where police don't have guns.
Right.
And that obviously has its own history.
Right.
And it's actually very serious, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
Like, all those families out there protesting and everything, like...
And some haven't even got justice.
Years.
Fighting for that. Still.
Yeah, so, you know, moment of silence real quick for everyone lost since we talk about all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how the series, dog, because like it just like it brought up a lot of memories, going out there.
Yeah,
you know, like,
man. Yeah.
It's serious, dog. Like people take life for granted, including myself, and it's special, the life that we're living. You know what I'm saying? Like at any moment it can be taken from us. Fucking serious.
Yeah, serious, ready.
Literally at any moment it can be taken from us. So definitely, it's like, gotta enjoy it. We gotta support our people that are going through tough times.
Yes.
Like, it's so important. Like, show up for other people who need it, like, when you can. And obviously, it's like everyone's life is different. Everyone's going through shit. Like,
right.
But
I don't blame it. It's hard, you know, especially with the movement of life. Like, you know, I've always felt like you need to really take the time to go to a protest. So, you know, you need to think about it and put it in your schedule. So it's a time.
Yeah,
process,
you're
you know?
really privileged if you've never had to go to a protest. Like, seriously, think about that. Because, like, why do people go to a protest? Like, why do people even organize a protest?
Right.
It's because someone, like, obviously there's levels of protests and everything, but the protests we're talking about, it's actually families, like, the parents of the kid who was murdered, my boy. Like, what kind of insanity are we living through here, you know?
I know, man. And you're never going to feel it until you're there. You know, so I suggest... And
it's only a glimpse, my boy, because our family member... until you have a family member that's affected from it, you can't understand it.
Yeah, bro.
You can't. So it's
100%.
You know, it's wild.
It's wild, and you know, I think having that in your mind, you know, you can make your daily lifestyle like be somewhat revolutionary. You know, it's hard, but you know, thinking about it and standing up for it and just being for it, you know, it helps.
Yeah.
And you know, put as much time as you can. You know.
For sure. On that topic, talk to me about what's one like collab that you would like to work with, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Oh, that's tough.
I know you got some dead MCs that you would like to work with. Talk to me.
Dead or alive? You talk about MCs, you'd say?
Yeah. Or anyone, Dougie. Anyone. Any artist, dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
Okay, just to speak on like where I'm from, I would have loved to be with Ravi Shankar.
Okay, who's that?
Carnatic singer of like the 90s and 80s, man. He was really played at Woodstock and played Woodstock with Jamie and stuff, like such a staple in Carnatic music and history, because he's especially coming to the States and bringing that vibe over here, you know. So if dead or alive, like I definitely would have loved to be under him and see how he works.
Straight devotional music, like
yeah, man.
Like through the what's it called?
The sitar, I believe.
Okay, so like bunch of instruments sitting down.
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. That's one.
Give me top 3 then, since you, because I know you know so many artists. So give me a top 3, my boy. I'm about to go look back too on that artist, because I don't even know who that person is.
Right.
So
yeah. No. Great, man.
That's like devotional music though, so it's like anyone like. That's like it's pretty much meditation music too.
Right.
Like if you put that on and you listen to devotional music, you'll get into a headspace that's way different than if you were to play hip hop.
Right.
If you were to play country music, if you were to play anything else. So it's like, it is kind of like a meditation when you listen to it.
Yes, it is. It's like super in it, man, and that's what made it so important, you know. Dude, that's a tough one, bro. Most Def for sure. Yasin Bey.
Oh yeah.
Like I love the way he does his thing, man. So
bro,
that's a lot.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's make that shit happen. Yasin Bey, what's up? What's up, my boy?
You know, let him.
Come on, dog. You guys are even similar. You got a name change right here. Like it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Most Def, Yasin Bey. Come on, dog. Like,
yes, sir.
Come on. This gotta happen. This fool's alive. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Not for real, though. I'm serious, dog. I'm saying this so that you can go after it, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it for some, like, ooh, like, no, like, when we bring these words into life, we can really make them happen.
Manifestation for sure, man. Yeah, shout out to Yasin, man. He's really cool. Really cool. I miss his, like, museum thing. He did a little thing at the Brooklyn. I wish I could have went, man. It sounded so dope. Played his album over there. It's really cool. That's sick. Who else, man? Honestly, it would have been really cool to like kick it with Lou Reed and like that whole time with like Andy Warhol and stuff. Like that would have been just dope. Velvet Underground and like Velvet Underground was like the first kind of band, one of them that really like got me into just like a band, like band music, like being in a band, you know, and stuff like that. So it was really cool to hear. So Lou Reed would have been tight. Rest in peace. You know, he would have been really cool.
Rest in peace. That was tight. I like that, bro. I like that a lot. Those are good. It's a good top 3. I'm gonna look up. I don't know who Lil Reed is, and
Lil Reed is dope.
And who?
Ravi Shankar.
Ravi Shankar. Yeah. Beautiful. And talk to me. So let's get into some would you rather's. So would you rather have a successful career as a independent artist or as an artist signed to a label? Like a major label. So, but successful in both. Like you're successful in independent or you're successful as.
That's a tough one, bro. Can I say both? No, I can't do that.
I mean, would you rather this? Would you rather that, my boy? It's a would you rather for a reason.
I would say independent. Right? That doesn't mean, like, for me, it's like, I think they all work hand in hand in some way. I think everybody's everywhere. So, I wouldn't want to say no to any type of experience, you know, so. But if I had to choose, you know, I think the independent standpoint definitely has more control, you know, with a lot of the stuff you say. But you never know with the relationships you make with people. And, you know, depending on how that goes, it might work in your favor. So, that one's a hard one to decide, man, but I'd probably go with independent.
Independent.
You know, when it comes to control and things like that for your music.
No, I like that. Because I feel like independent, bro, like, is long term for you and for your family and your legacy.
Yeah.
And like with the big labels, you can still build a legacy, but it's a lot more intricate because you have the big labels at your shoulder every step. So that's tight though. I like that. So we're gonna go into a quick break. We'll be right back. Battery's dying too.
I was gonna say.
Hawmie podcast.
Hawmie.
This is another Would You Rather. This is like a little like West Coast theme.
Okay.
So would you rather work with Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg? A little random question.
Probably Dre.
Dre?
Dre.
How come?
I fuck with Snoop though. I work with Snoop too. That was a hard one too, man. You throwing me these hard ones, John.
Come on, dog.
But you know, Dre, man, just seeing him do like all of it. You know, he's a very multifaceted person. So you know, artist. I'd love to see how that works.
Yeah, you'd like to do Dre, huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Snoop though. I'd love to do that too. He's multifaceted in his own way as well.
I feel like you would be better off working with Snoop.
That
You know
sounds
why?
great.
Because
That sounds
Dr.
great.
Dre
I'm
don't drop, bruh.
Oh.
Don't drop music, dog. When's the last time you heard Dr. Dre drop
Yeah,
music?
you know the thing is for him.
Maybe
like,
Anderson .Paak, but that's
Right.
through Anderson .Paak. Like he doesn't like.
and I feel like his repertoire already is like, bro, fuck it. Who like honestly at his repertoire, what he's doing, bro. I'm drop whenever the fuck you feel like it.
Uh huh.
You know? You're at that point where it's like, man, you gotta feel it, and I respect that. You know.
Uh huh. Nah, for sure.
I see him have his hands on a lot of production too, even like.
Still to this day.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I just don't know.
But I feel
don't
you
know
though.
what
I
he's
feel
dropping
you though.
now.
I do feel you.
He's like super low key. Would you rather work, like on music in a home studio or like a regular studio, like an actual studio?
I'd say lately I've been really liking the home studio, especially kind of tapping into new new styles, and it feels good to kind of just be personal and like deal with that on my own first, you know, before it's like, because like studios are sick, and I still want to get in. I still tap in with control room and go over there and do my thing, but it's cool, you know. Let's say the personal studio.
That's tight.
Yeah,
That's tight.
that's nice. You're really,
Yeah, because then you
being
can.
yourself.
Yeah, you can be yourself, mess up, and
Yeah.
not be judged, not be, don't have that fear of being
Yeah.
judged and all that.
For
Totally.
sure.
That's good.
Everybody
I like
works
that.
different, so.
I like that. Man, do you have any shout outs? Anything that you wanna, give any highlights to?
Man, shout out, man. Shout outs to Rich Boy, shout outs to Dan, shout outs to you, and shout outs to everyone, man. Working, doing their thing as an artist, man. It's a beautiful journey, and it has its tribulations, man. But it's cool to see everybody winning, man. That's how I feel in my mind. Where, if somebody's winning, we're all winning. So it's really cool to see. So shout outs to all the artists. Shout outs to everybody, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming on the pod, bro. Like,
oh man, much love.
This was definitely a great episode. I'm gonna eventually just like start binging my shows and like rewatch them. But I've been just so busy lately that I watch through it one time when I edit and that's it. Boom, 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 send it out.
It's kind of cool too because you might see some new things later.
Yeah. So again, thank you for coming on the pod, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we come in every Wednesday, so definitely stay tapped in. We definitely got a lot more to do here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the beginning. So yeah, appreciate everyone. Thank you. Peace out.
Peace.
Hawmie podcast. Hawmie podcast.